One of the worst side effects of nicotine addiction, whether it's to cigarettes, vapes, chewing tobacco products, or even Nicorette gum, nicotine gum products, is not physical, but rather psychological. And it's a psychological side effect that lives deep in our subconscious. And today, I want to share this side effect with you guys. Now, if you wind up enjoying the content in today's video, be sure to check out the pinned comment or the video description for a free PDF on how to quit using nicotine products today. The worst side effect of nicotine addiction is rooted in the statement, "I'm going to quit." So this is where you're addicted to a nicotine product and you tell yourself that you're going to quit. And this side effect is only experienced after this statement throughout your addiction journey is made. So you say you're going to quit, and then many people won't actually quit after making that promise or that commitment to themselves. Now, this in and of itself is a side effect that I've talked about before, but that's not what this video is going to be about. But when you make that commitment to yourself and you don't see it through, you start to lose self-respect, you start to lose self-worth, and you start to decrease the confidence that you have in yourself. This is what addiction does to us, because the less trustworthy we are, the less confident we are, the more our minds and our bodies become a breeding ground for addiction. Not only do you start to lose confidence and self-trust and all that stuff, but there's a subconscious back end to that statement, "I'm going to quit," and then not seeing it through. And it has to do with a lack of taking action on our commitments. So there were many times throughout my nicotine addiction journey that I said I was going to quit. And I would fail again and again and again. And I went through years of my life failing to see that commitment through. Now, the side effect was on my ability to take action on the things that I said I was going to take action on. So suddenly I became accustomed to not seeing certain things through in my life. So I said I was going to quit nicotine, I would fail. Then I said I was going to do X, Y, and Z in my business. I would procrastinate. I wouldn't get said things done. And then I would become okay with that. I would just go back to smoking to cope with it. Smoking, drinking, vaping, whatever the drug is. And then I said I was going to do X, Y, and Z in my relationship. I wouldn't show up for myself. I wouldn't show up for a significant other. I wouldn't take action on the things that I said I was going to take action on. And I would just become okay with that. I would go back into my little world, smoke, vape, drink, whatever it was I was doing at that time. And this is one of the worst side effects of nicotine addiction. I became subconsciously programmed to inaction. And I actually became very, very comfortable with not holding myself to a certain standard when it came to the words coming out of my mouth. And this became extremely damaging in both my personal life and my professional career, my professional life. I've only realized this now upon looking back throughout years of nicotine addiction. While addicted to nicotine, I was full-heartedly convinced that nicotine was responsible for my ability to take action on certain things. I had done better than the average individual. Financially, physically, in many realms, I was above average, okay? And that's just, I can look at statistics and see that. But compared to what the potential that I knew I was capable of, I was continually falling short. I was continually not seeing through the goals and the things that I knew I was ultimately capable of achieving. And this is one of the worst side effects, because subconsciously, I became comfortable with a certain amount of inaction in my life. Now, upon quitting, I've gone out of my way to correct and resolve this behavior of inaction. I really try my best nowadays, if I say I'm going to do something, to see that something through. Not only do I keep the commitment to myself, which improves my confidence, which improves my self-trust, which improves my self-worth, but it also helps me take action. taking action is a habitual behavior trait that you can strengthen by repetitively taking action over and over and over again. I say I'm going to do it, and I do it. Since quitting vaping, this has been a new mentality of mine that I've adopted and strengthened throughout both my personal and professional career. This is arguably one of the worst side effects because a lot of the physical health consequences of vaping or smoking cigarettes or chewing tobacco, most people won't feel those until years down the line when they've been abusing their body for so long and then eventually they can't keep up with the health consequences and your body starts to shut down. It's almost like a defense mechanism your body has. It's its last ditch effort at trying to get you to stop, making you violently sick. It's like drinking too much alcohol. You become violently ill. It's your body's last ditch effort of trying to prevent you from making a further poor decision than you've already made. This is bad, the physical stuff, but this subconscious feeling of decreasing self-esteem, decreasing self-worth, and the habitual behavior of not taking action on things that we said we were going to is what I refer to as the subconscious rot of addiction. And this is really what wears on a person over the years. Now, I can say this looking back on my addiction, having been several years sober from a bunch of various substances, particularly nicotine, THC, energy drinks, and adult media content, addictions that our channel helps people quit here at Addiction Mindset. It's obvious to me now the amount of action that I take day to day. I say I'm going to do the workout, I get to the workout. I say I'm going to change the diet, I change the diet. I say I'm going to hit X financial goal or save X amount of money, and I hit that financial goal. I say I'm going to start this business, and I do it. I've become very accustomed to taking action to an extent where inaction almost feels horribly uncomfortable. And that's a dramatic change from the person that I was throughout active addiction. So if you're looking to improve your self-worth, improve your self-confidence, improve that trust that's instilled within you that you can have with yourself, and if you're looking to take action on things, you're not going to find that from watching one of my videos. You're not going to read that from a book. You're going to get those traits. You're going to improve those qualities from repeating them over and over and over again. So if you're someone who struggles with taking action personally, professionally, relationship-wise, physically, whatever it is, this is the opportunity to change that. Quitting vaping is the opportunity to strengthen all of those positive traits that most people would want to develop in order to live a successful life, physically, psychologically, financially, spiritually, relationship, whatever realm it is you're trying to pursue. These are the things that people don't talk about when it comes to vaping. And it's my professional opinion that it's these subconscious rot, this level of subconscious rot that addiction does, that's having the massive impact that we're seeing on the mental health today, particularly in young men and young women, right? We have a crisis on our hands when it comes to anxiety, when it comes to depression, when it comes to lack of self-confidence, lack of self-worth. These issues are rampant. And it's my professional opinion that vaping and addiction, whether it's to nicotine, alcohol, cannabis, other substances, are playing a massive role in this problem. And you, right now, today, have the ability to change that for yourself. You have the ability to grasp this learning opportunity and strengthen all of these positive attributes that I'm sure you would like to have. And if you already have them, I'm sure you'd like to make them better. I hope today's video helps you out, and I hope it gives you a different perspective on the side effects of vaping, the things that no one else talks about. If you found the content helpful, be sure to learn more about our paid one-on-one coaching programs or download our free guide to quitting nicotine products. You can find that immediate download in the link in the video description or the pinned comment. I'll see you guys in one of those two spots.